Hi guys, when it comes to Donald Trump, we can no longer say that would be impossible. So along with tariffs being used as a political tool against his neighbours, the US president and some of his closest people have repeated the threat to annex Canada. This is an insane idea which would be both illegal according to US law and international law. Some are suggesting that Trump saw Putin's annexation of Crimea and wanted to follow suit. Others say that this is just a tool to distract the public from the terrible economic situation at the moment. Either way, it puts US allies like the United Kingdom in a difficult spot. Does Starmer back Trump, or does he side with the Commonwealth ally, and to what extent? Here Lord Ricketts, a former top intelligence advisor to UK Prime Ministers, responded to this Trump plan.
I think it's turbocharged the idea that the Brits are back doing European security, which is their natural role.
And obviously, we hear this, we don't have to choose. If, for example, this is a specific issue, we followed it a bit on Newsnight this week, if the Canadians take seriously what Donald Trump is saying about annexing Canada, and we're hearing talk about threatening water cooperation and supplies and things like this, there will be a choice to be made between our Commonwealth ally, will there not, and who's in the Oval Office.
Yes, if they do go that far, of course we will. I think British Prime Ministers will always try and avoid that choice because it's a very uncomfortable one for the UK. Yeah. We do have important assets in the US and dependence on them. Yeah. But yeah, if it comes to a Commonwealth country, if it comes to Trump trying to buy Greenland, we will be on the side of the Danes and the Greenlanders.
We will be.
Sure.
Very interesting.
So. We get first refusal, don't we?
No, this
probably ought to.
Okay, I'm fully on board with the idea that the UK would be defending Canada. I'm not fully on board with the idea that the UK would defend Greenland or be on the side of the Danes. But what an insane world we're in. That there's a real threat that the United States would attempt to annex Canada. Just let that marinate in your mind for a moment. There's a real threat that the United States, the President of the United States, would instruct the armed forces, I presume, to attack his neighbour. First there were the tariffs. Now there's this. And what does that mean for allies around the world, in particular the United Kingdom? What does this mean for Keir Starmer? Whose side is he on? Whose side does he have to choose? Does he choose the side of a Commonwealth neighbour, well, not neighbour, but ally, Canada? Or does he pick the side of Donald Trump, a belligerent buffoon? I'd almost feel like saying, this is not going to happen. But this is Donald Trump we're talking about. There's talk of attacking cartels in Mexico, infringing upon Mexican sovereignty in order to do so. The United States, of course, has done these things in the past, but with Donald Trump, it's all for political show, I believe. I can't deny the reality that Donald Trump is considering in annexing Canada in some way, sending troops across the border, attempting to take the capital and put in place some puppet. I think he has looked at what's has happened in Ukraine over the last 10 years and said, well, maybe we could do something like that. He keeps talking about how it would be beneficial to the Canadian people to be part of the United States. They, of course, responded by saying, look, we like stuff like universal health care, which you don't have in the United States. We like our sovereignty. We like our independence. We don't want to be a 51st state. And Trump and his administration keep referring to Justin Trudeau, the Canadian Prime Minister, as the governor of Canada. There's no respect being presented or extended to the Canadian people. Just insults. This is extremely concerning. Now, whether Donald Trump goes through with it or not is another thing. It's extremely illegal. It's highly illegal in regards to international law and, of course, the United States law. But we can't put it past this absolutely insane individual. But once again, it poses a massive headache for allies like the United Kingdom. Whose side are they on? Canada's or Donald Trump's? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.